Hello, I'm Bridget Kurr. I'm a simulation and gaming student at the University of Tulsa, and I love games. When I have a few minutes in the evening, my wife and I will play a board game or pull out a deck of cards if time is short. I've been playing card games for most of my life, and I almost always carry a deck with me wherever I go. I get so excited when I come across a new game that is really fun, and especially so when it has a good balance of skill and luck. So, a little while back, there were a few weeks where we were playing a lot of Blackjack and Texas Hold'em, and I started to get a little bored because while there is luck of the draw involved, there are very well laid out actions to perform based on the situations you find yourself in. After a while, it just becomes automatic, and it took away the enjoyment for me. That brings us to my game, Final Count. I wanted to make a game that involved skill, but that took away some of the manicured control that card games often have. It is inspired by both Blackjack and Texas Hold'em, right? Those are the games I was playing at the time, but with a little more chaos. Taking card ranking from Blackjack, a set of community cards like Texas Hold'em, the call rule from Gin Rummy, and adding in elements of my own, including a die roll, I've made a game that requires skill and thoughtfulness, but where your options for play are dictated randomly on your turn. There's an additional hit goal that can and should be added once you feel comfortable with the basic play. This goal adds in a layer of strategy and luck that make for a really dynamic game that keeps players on their toes. The hit goal removes the ability to make prescribed moves in certain situations, like I got bored with before, and this is due to the uncertainty of which goal their opponent may be trying to meet. As you can see here, the setup is easy. While the rules seem daunting at first, they're actually quite simple. There are specific actions a player can take on their turn, which coincides with sides on the die. While the die roll determines whether you draw for yourself, an opponent, or the community board, or swap with the deck, an opponent, or the community board, you can always choose not to take the action, giving back some of the control that the die takes away while still implementing a random element to gameplay. Final Count is a 2 to 4 player game made for people who enjoy card games and don't mind when things get a bit out of their control. While it is open to all ages, younger children who haven't mastered double-digit addition will find it difficult, as they will need to continuously be keeping score of their hand and the board simultaneously as it changes throughout the game. For example, my 8-year-old can play it if we are patient, but my 6-year-old can't manage it yet. This game was developed by me and graciously tested by my wife and friends. I've included printable instructions with cutouts that include die roll actions and scoring to be kept with your deck of cards. I've included an STL file of a dealer coin I made in Blender that can be 3D printed just to help keep track of where the deal is along the way. These can be downloaded from my itch.io account. See the link in the description. I have comments open and welcome any feedback on the game. Thanks so much for checking out Final Count. I really hope you enjoy it.